right, new comic book day is just around the corner. It's time to take a look at what books are coming out so I can tell you what's on my pull list. Welcome back to Comics Are Dope. I'm BJ Kicks, and this is a super short episode of the pull list for the week of September the 6th, 2023. I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. For those of you who were able to take off work or just got the day off, congrats. Hope you spent it well. I spent my Labor Day getting caught up on a bunch of Marvel comics. And so I'm only one issue behind on Spider-Man and about 3 issues behind overall post Hellfire Gala. So cool stuff. I've been catching up on these single issues so that I have something to say when it's time to tell you why I'm buying a particular book. So the week of September 6th is a pretty light week, but this does see the return of DC Comics to the pull list, like we really want to see DC Comics on the pull list. Actually, it's pretty light for them as well. But let's go ahead and get started with the book that I am most excited for, and that is Batman issue 137. Now, the Gotham War has begun. Last week, I actually thought that book was like the Batman Catwoman Gotham War opening something. I thought that was like a prelude book and you'd be able to skip it if you wanted to. No, that was absolutely part 1 of this Gotham War. So if you did not pick it up last week, go back and pick that up. Battle Lines is what it was called. But we got the whole layout, why Bruce and Selina are at odds over the future direction of Gotham and crime in Gotham. Very compelling read. Some people have compared it to Marvel's Civil War, and I get it. It makes sense. There's a lot there that makes sense. Now, that book, the Battle Lines book last week, did have art by Mike Hawthorne. It was written by Chip Zdarsky and Tini Howard. This, Batman 137, is part 2 of the Gotham War. It's written by Chip Zdarsky and sees the return of Jorge Jimenez. So I'm excited, honestly, for that reason. Nothing against Mike Hawthorne's art. It's not bad at all. It's just not Jimenez. So I'm excited about this issue. I'm fully invested in the Gotham War. And, I think the Gotham War sort of, I don't know, the sort of storyline or the setup for the Gotham War, I was very much like, okay, this is another Joker war, another Fear State, another Scarecrow war. Like what? Why are we always in like a war for the soul of Gotham? But I think this one could be done well. So we'll see. We'll just see if Chip Zdarsky and Tini Howard have it in them to coordinate this event. It's going on the pages of Batman and Catwoman, but Batman issue 137 has got a cover price of $4.99, and I'm grabbing cover A. Now, continuing with the DC Comics on the pull list, I've only got one more, and that is Shazam, issue number 3. Shazam, written by Mark Waid with art by Dan Mora. Let me double check and make sure Dan Mora is actually on art this week. Yeah, he's still on art. So this has been fun. Shazam has had some things going on, we'll say, in the previous 2 issues, and we're trying to figure out what the cause of it is. And in the last issue, we kind of end on a cliffhanger, like Billy Batson is just determined not to be Shazam anymore for whatever reason that you can read about. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Meanwhile, there are other people sort of plotting against him. So I'm trying to figure out, like, who's got control? What's going on? Why is Shazam acting so out of character? And it doesn't hurt that the story is being drawn by Dan Mora. Is it like groundbreaking storytelling? No, but it's a fun book, and I think that's what Shazam should always be. So Shazam number 3 out this week with a cover price of $3.99. I am grabbing cover A. So that's it for the DC Comics on the pull list. If I stick to the list, those will cost me $9. I'm glad that Night Terrors is over and I can get back to enjoying some of my favorite comic book characters. Now, let's move over to the House of Ideas over at Marvel Comics. There are a few books on the pull list, and we'll start it off with The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 33. So I have been getting caught up on Amazing Spider-Man. I read all the way up through issue 31, which was a big oversized issue for some reason last week. Or was that issue 30? I don't know. But anyway, I'm still an issue behind, or I guess 2 once this comes out tomorrow. But for whatever reason, we've got Spider-Man hunting Kraven in his black suit. I don't know why he's in the black suit. He's not in the black suit 2 issues ago, so I got to get caught up on that. Overall, I've been like up and down on this Amazing Spider-Man run. It has not been, it's not been the breakout and like far and away success that the Miles Morales run has been to me, story-wise. But it's been fun. It's had its moments. I think Zeb Wells is doing a good job of playing to each artist's strengths on the run. And this storyline is drawn by, I wanted to call him Peter Tomasi, Patrick Gleason. So Pat Gleason is drawing Spider-Man, and hey, he's one of my favorite artists, and I love seeing his work on Spider-Man. So that's honestly great. Amazing Spider-Man issue 33 is out this week with a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing the cover A only because Patrick Gleason did draw a cover, but it's a 1 in 25, and I've just decided I'm not spending more than cover price on comics anymore. I just can't do it. It's got to be super, super worth it to get me to buy a ratio variant. But $3.99, I'm grabbing cover A, and let's move on to the rest of the Marvel comics, including Black Panther issue number 4. Now, last month, I thought we were going to get this epic fight between Black Panther and Deathlok since, you know, there was that sort of last page reveal a couple issues ago. And spoiler alert, we didn't quite get that, but it looks like we're getting it in this issue. I mean, the cover says that we're getting it. I do like how slowly we've been building up exactly where T'Challa is, who his allies are, what their stake in, you know, the state of things is. I think it's been interesting. We've definitely given him, like I was joking when I called the girl like his Catwoman. It's basically his Catwoman. So it's been interesting to see how that is going as well. But I'm curious to know, based on this altercation that's about to happen, T'Challa is supposed to be underground and covert. This is obviously going to lead him to kind of show himself, reveal himself. So what are the consequences of that going to be? I don't know. Probably won't find out in this issue. This issue is probably going to be a whole bunch of action, but we'll find out moving forward. And I think that's going to be exciting. Black Panther issue number 4, written by Evel Ewing with art by Chris Allen. Awesome book. Cover price on this is $3.99. I'm grabbing the Torrin Clark cover A. And next book on the Marvel pull list is Fantastic Four issue number 11. Now, that's the one Marvel book I have not caught up or gotten anywhere near caught up with is Fantastic Four. This issue is a Thing spotlight, and the whole reason I even cared about the Fantastic Four was because of the Thing. He was my favorite character on the cartoon back in the day, and that's why you can see him in an action figure behind me. So I'm never going to be mad at the Thing spotlight. I'm definitely not going to be mad at this Alex Ross cover of the Thing or featuring the Thing. So Fantastic Four issue 11, it's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing that cover A. And the next book on the pull list is the Immortal X-Men issue number 15. So ever since the Hellfire Gala, things have been taken up quite a bit. I have not gotten caught up on Immortal X-Men. I've been reading X-Force and Wolverine and other stuff that ironically doesn't really have a ton to do with the fall of X, or at least hadn't had much to do with the Hellfire Gala because they were dealing with all the Beast stuff. But anyway, there was a surprise wedding not too long ago, and now the rest of the mutant world is finding out. What are the implications of that? I don't know. We'll find out in this issue. Immortal X-Men issue 15 has a cover price of $3.99, and I'm grabbing the cover A. And, oh wait, my bad. So scratch that. That whole description I gave you was not for this book. It's for the next book, and that is X-Men issue number 26. That's the one we're getting the fallout for Emma Frost marrying someone. My bad. In Immortal X-Men, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why Wolverine's looking all crazy on that cover. So I gotta get caught up on that. But I'm only like one issue behind on X-Men. So I'm excited about this one. X-Men issue 26 has a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing the cover A. And that's it for the Marvel books on the pull list. So if I stick to the list, those will cost me $20 this week. And interestingly enough, I don't have any indie books on the pull list this week. And I'm just going to take a look and make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me. And let's see if there's anything that's worthy of the maybe list. There is a new Blue Beetle comic coming out this week. If you ask me, it's coming out like 3 weeks too late. Probably should have came out to coincide with the film, but hey, who am I? If you liked Blue Beetle Graduation Day, it's by the exact same creative team, so that's fun. And I'm just doing a quick scan of the indies. Oh, there's a new Good Boy comic. That's the whole John Wick flip where the dog is the one getting vengeance. Yeah, just totally honest. There's not a lot on the indie front that looks interesting to me. So yeah, there's a reason there's nothing indie on the pull list this week. So if I stick to the list, my grand total this week will be $29. But let me know what you guys are excited about this week. I'm definitely all in on the Gotham War. And I still got to get caught up on X-Men. Spider-Man is surprisingly decent now. Like, it's a fun book, even if it's not an amazing book. So anyway, that's that. So huge thanks to the channel family for supporting the channel and making it possible for me to have a pull list. I got to run, but I will see you guys in another video real soon. Till then, be safe, stay awesome, and read something dope today. Peace.